I found myself waking up with a massive headache, not knowing exactly what happened. All I knew was that I was getting up from a cold, hard floor. My vision was still hazy. Despite usually having great hearing, at that moment it was a bit muddled. I rubbed my head in an effort to ease the pain, but just as I did, I was inundated with a plethora of sounds as my hearing started to come back. My vision also started to clear up at the same time, and that's when I realized I was surrounded by a large crowd of people. I had no idea where I was or what was going on, and because of that, an ominous feeling started to come over me. Everybody in the crowd looked just as out of it and frightened as I was. Upon looking at our surroundings, it appeared that we were inside a large warehouse of some sort. And right there and then, panic started to come over the crowd. The crowd started to yell, "Where am I?
What's going on?
What is this? What am I wearing?" That's when I noticed we were all wearing the same outfits, tracksuits. Screams suddenly reverberated from the crowd. We had finally realized that we were all surrounded by men in masks and uniforms. More alarmingly, they were all carrying machine guns. With fear in their voice, the crowd asked, "What do you guys want? Why are you doing this?" It's at that moment a person in a different mask and uniform addressed the crowd. "Silence!" the speaker commanded. All the masked men proceeded to aim their guns at us. Except for a few whimpers, the crowd quickly quieted down. The speaker then continued, "I want to welcome each and every one of you here. Congratulations, you have all been chosen to be the contestants in the game." "What? What the hell is that?" some in the crowd started asking. "You will all be participating in carefully chosen games where the strongest, quickest, smartest, and luckiest will survive. The games will go on until there is only one of you left alive. And that sole contestant will be the winner," the speaker announced. Everybody in the crowd was horrified at the revelation. As the crowd started to scream and plead in terror, the speaker directed our attention to a glass box full of money that was hanging high above from the ceiling of the warehouse. "And that is what the winner will be rewarded with," the speaker proudly informed us. $39 million. There was a mixture of fright and awe among the faces of the crowd when the speaker said that. I, however, thought to myself, what the hell? It's at that moment I realized there was something eerily familiar about all of this. That's when I conjured up the courage to ask, "Is this a joke? This is just like the SQUID game." The crowd continued to wail right after, "This isn't right. I don't want to play. Please, let us go. What the hell is the SQUID game?" And after hearing that, the speaker laughed and responded with, "Yes, this is just like the SQUID game. In all honesty, we're all big fans of the show. So a group of us figured we'd do our own version of it with help from all of our powerful and rich friends. And this is the result of it. This is the debut of the game. And all of you have the honor of competing in it." Even more gasps came from the crowd. The speaker continued, "We admit we drugged and kidnapped all of you. But make no mistake, you were all carefully chosen because you are all in some kind of financial trouble. Play the game, win, and all that money is yours. This is your opportunity to change your life, and the only thing you have to do is be the last one left alive." The crowd was even more shocked. They continued to yell and plead, "You can't do this. I want to go home. I'd rather be poor than dead." "If you don't play, we will kill you," the speaker angrily responded. The speaker then pointed to the cameras surrounding the warehouse. "Watching right now, at different locations, are some of the richest and most powerful people on Earth. And they, along with the rest of us here, want to see a real-life version of the SQUID game. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Let the game begin, declared the speaker. I can't believe this is happening, I said to myself. I was a fan of the Squid Game, but I had no desire to be a contestant in a real-life version of it. But there was hardly any time to think. The gunmen hastily rounded up the terrified crowd, and before we knew it, the games were on their way. We soon found out that we were in a complex out in the middle of nowhere, and all around the facility there was a setup of a variety of different games, all modified to be deadly. As reluctant as I was to play the game, I had no choice. I wanted to survive, and it was at that moment I told myself that I was willing to do whatever it took to be the last one standing. The first game was hopscotch. Then we played Red Rover. Duck, duck, goose. Anytime somebody tried to escape, the speaker quickly ordered for the gunmen to deal with them. Even during our lunch break, we played a game of hot potato. After lunch, we participated in a game of tag. Slowly but surely, the number of contestants whittled down as the games went on. Eventually, only a couple of us were left, and the very last event for the few of us left alive was a good old-fashioned game of roulette. Blindfolded, the last remaining contestants sat at a round table with a large spinning wheel in the middle. On that wheel, a revolver. If it landed on our section of the table, it was our turn to pick up the revolver and test our luck. Contestant 74, pick up the revolver. Press the barrel against your head and pull the trigger. Fortunately for me, I was chosen to go first. I quickly aimed and unloaded the revolver in the direction of the other contestants, using the sound of their whimpering and screaming to guide me. And just like that, it was over. I took my blindfold off quickly right after and saw that all of the other contestants were dead. That's when I looked up to the speaker and reminded him, "You said the game is over when there's only one contestant left alive." I then yelled, "I'm the last one standing." "Congratulations, contestant 74, the speaker said proudly. "You are the winner of the game. The prize money is all yours." I just stood there, both shocked and relieved. I was happy to be alive. Like I said, I was willing to do what I had to do to survive. A little while after, the speaker and all of the masked men gathered for the closing ceremony, with me as the guest of honor. "You've really helped to make these first games to be quite an amazing experience for all of us," the speaker proclaimed. "In fact, the person in charge of all of this has requested to speak to you." Right after the speaker said that, I saw a masked man appear on a TV. He started to speak to me. "I must say, all of us, including those watching from afar, are quite happy at how well these games turned out. In fact, we are all so impressed by you that we have decided to give you one last game. A special game, actually.
What is this? I thought to myself. What do you mean, a special game? You said the games end when only one contestant is left alive, I yelled angrily.
You're correct. That's why you have the option to turn down the special game, the voice replied. But just to let you know, should you choose to accept this last special game, there is a bonus prize if you win it. In fact, the bonus prize is even more significant than the prize money.
It was at that moment that something had come over me. After everything I had just gone through, I felt like something within me had changed. So to my surprise, I asked, "What do I have to do?" The voice just plainly stated, "You and the speaker will fight each other to the death." The speaker stood there, completely shocked at the announcement, and angrily responded with, "What the hell is this?" Despite the speaker's plea for an answer, the voice just continued, "This is your opportunity to take out all of your anger on the person who has been the symbol of your torments since you awakened here, contestant 74. This is the special game." Right after the voice said that, the masked men all backed away as a knife was placed on the floor right in front of me and the speaker. "What are you all doing?" The voice continued, "These games have been so amazing that we figured we'd just make them even more exciting." "You all are backstabbing pieces of the voice finally asked me. "Do you accept?" And that's how I ended up where I am. After winning the first gathering of the game, they took me in and gave me riches and power beyond my wildest dreams. And that's why I stand before you all here today. Today, all of you will have a chance to change your life just like I did mine. Welcome to the second annual gathering of the game.